I trust this will suffice.
God smiles upon the generous.
Oh, away with you! Back to your cesspit, beggar! A land grotesque as its people. You dreamt of utopia. You saw the tribes united as one.
Oh.
That dream died long ago. You should have done the same. Your kingdom will perish alongside you. By my hand.
I cannot fathom it. His Majesty killed in his own bed.
The blooms upon the prince's grave had yet to wilt. Without an heir to wear the crown, what will become of the royal magic?
Thus vulnerable, an invasion might undo us.
From within or without, the state hangs on a precipice. It may even come to civil war.
In dark times, we must stand together.
Your Eminence!
Who could do this?
Few could even enter the king's chambers, let alone draw close. And yet,
His Majesty's arcane power could deflect near any blade. With all the royal bloodline's magic, who could harm him at all?
shadows stir in the castle just as they did with the prince. What hellbound soul could end a royal life? Who would dare such atrocity? Huh?
Louise.
A shame to die with no heirs. The prince was taken too soon. And only a king may wield the royal scepter, the very crux of his vaunted bloodline's magic, which made such a fine deterrent to war. One has to ask, them dead, who shall take the throne?
Welcome, ladies and gents. The name's Grimm, and today I present to you Metaphor Refantazio. Now, this playthrough is going to be pretty unique. Essentially, what we'll be doing is we'll be playing an in-game day, every day corresponding to the actual date. So, you should be seeing this video on June 2nd, 2025, and that's when we'll be... And that's the date we start in-game as well. Now, before we begin, I need to give a huge shout out to Ouroboros Plays and Ouroboros Talks. Essentially, both channels run by the same guy, and from what I see, he was the first one to do this, I believe. He's the biggest one at this point in time. He just started doing a playthrough of Persona 3 Reload last month, so if you want to, go check him out. I like his stuff. He does a coverage of all the Personas as well, but you're here for Metaphor, so let's begin the game.
Who's there? I can feel you watching me from a place beyond my sight.
What's up?
Whoever you are, please tell me. Does our world pique your interest? Pardon my curiosity, but would you tell me your name? That is to say, tell me who you really are. The one who meets my eyes across a strange threshold.
The name's Grimm. It's a pleasure. Oh, I need to hit tab.
Ah, a most unusual name. One I've never heard in our world. Which suggests to me you might reside in a world beyond ours. It is a curious
we're already
thing
breaking the fourth
that in
wall.
your eyes, my entire world is but the dawn of a story yet untold. Or to put it another way, this is a fantasy.
Better than
Can
reality.
truly be dismissed as something so far removed from you. If indeed you wish to cross to our world for a time, I would first ask that you indulge one question. Is fantasy limited to the confines of imagination? Would you call it a powerless creation?
Not always.
More than wishful thinking, more than fiction. Something capable of affecting the realities beyond its bounds.
It's been done before.
Must be what you believe. I confess, my own answer still eludes me. But consider, if fantasy is born from hope, a desire to make the world better than it is, then that hope can be made manifest. Thus does change come, and thus is fantasy forged into a new reality. Perhaps the story about to unfold before you will tell us. I'm thoroughly invested now myself, so let this tale begin.
Now, this is a completely fresh version of the game, so we unfortunately can't choose Regicide. Or fortunately for me. Now I've been debating. No, we will not go storyteller, we will not go easy. No shame if you need to, if you're not experienced in JRPGs. I guess I am, so I'm choosing normal hard. Personally, I'd rather go normal for this playthrough. If things become too easy, we can just bump it up to hard later. But the challenge in this game is pretty well balanced in my opinion.
Looks like we're in the clear. The capital's just through this desert.
Is it true then? The king is dead? Aye, and the guards are more concerned with the funeral than keeping the roads safe. So now the monsters are roaming in broad daylight. No soldiers to stop them.
Monsters, huh? I've certainly been hearing the stories.
To say nothing of the vacant throne.
Nice ears.
There's a storm coming. Mark my words. That much is certain.
What's the problem?
They're bandits!
Come on, let's see some respect for the militia! Us folk, we're commoners. No crown or church will save us.
But Lord Luis will save us one and all. All we ask is a little tribute. You're with us or against us? And if you're against us...
An igniter? How'd they get one of those?
Next one. Huh? Look at you. What have we got here? He's an elder.
So he is. No horns, no knife ears.
Yeah, I like it like that.
What you got in the capital?
Confidential.
Oh, what's this? Looks like you've been holding out on us, boy.
Hold it!
Should have listened to us, chum. Now fall in line! Let's want to get stuck like us!
You drew steel. I take it you are prepared to die by it.
Stand aside!
And we're dead.
Ugh, this place already feels like a death trap. You hear all that stuff about Lord Louis saving us? Hey, you okay? You still got all your limbs attached?
Barely.
Well, at least they didn't figure out our mission. Definitely could have gone worse.
What are you talking about?
What mission?
Come on, this is no time for jokes. You do know that if anyone finds out who we really are, it's all over, right? The mission's more important than either of our lives. If we screw this up, there's no going back.
Well, they've already tried to kill us for being an Elden. I don't think we got that much more to worry about.
Think we'll make it?
You look hurt though, so that's good news. You can move, right? I'm thinking we should find a place where we can see the whole area. Got it. Use the movement key to move. Okay. Directional select to move, hold trigger to run, circle to dodge, action perform. Okay. Here, which way to go, yada yada, we all know how to control the game. Unless you're new. Then we'll go easy on you. Wait, I'm sensing something close. Don't move. Ugh.
Watch out!
Yeah, those look especially dangerous, so watch out. I don't think they'd notice it yet, though. Thank God. Phase Sight. Hold the left bumper to use Phase Sight. This ability lets you see what Gallica senses in the environment. When you see an enemy you've never confronted before, it will show up as unknown. Prepare as best as you can.
Okay.
Basically... We're gonna run? Thank you.
Stay vigilant. These ones aren't messing around.
Yeah, just ignore them. You're level 1, all those are like level 12 at this point. I think the Manticore looking thing's like level 18. How do I know? Yeah, guess how.
Just checking, but you do remember what we're here to do, right?
Totally. What was it again?
Right. What am I doing again?
Oh, I don't know. The mission that's more important than our own lives?
Can you be more
First,
specific?
We get to the royal capital and get you enlisted as a guardsman at the army's recruitment center. This could decide the fate of the whole country. We either do our jobs or we die. And if it's all the same to you, I'd rather stay alive. So we've got to see this mission through. Come on. We don't want the sun to go down on us in the wastes. Let's pull ourselves together and get back on the road. You know what they say. Anxiety breeds the world's cruelest monsters. I mean, fairies say that at least. I can at least cast my usual spell for you. It's the small comforts, right?
Ooh, what kind of spell is it? Will it increase my strength?
Right.
It's as though music is playing directly in my mind. The effect of Gallica's magic is inspiring.
Music was the first magic this world ever knew, after all. Makes the road a little easier.
Nice. I mean, hey, I'd rather walk with music than with silence. This track's pretty good. Nah, I'm lying. It's really good. I like the soundtrack to this game a lot. We'll talk about it later, since it's honestly really interesting.
Look.
Hey, look!
Over there.
That's a road, isn't it? What a relief. Grand Dragon's is already in sight.
Let's go.
It's almost there. Let's keep moving and try to stay out of sight. I think that's a grand cathedral over there. It's big enough to use as a landmark. Oh shit. Oh, I forgot those aggro on you. That shit.
Like this.
I'm sensing danger close by. Careful now. Huh, you think? Honestly, this is a really cool intro to the game. Oh, this is bad.
Not good! Run for it!
This land of 8 tribes and 3 nations, all blessed by the power of magic. The United Kingdom of Uchronia. The year is 785. Uchronia is shaken to the core by the sudden death of its king. Anxiety breeds dissent among the tribes. Disparities tear them apart, and no mortal mind remembers the heroic tales upon which their land was built. By this story of fantasy, may this faded world be painted anew.
Oh, great seeker, bearer of fantasy empowered. Hear my wish and come forth from thy epoch of glory to grant me thy guidance. Alright, like just sneak on by. Whoa. Very industrial. Do they even use that word here? I don't think they do. There's no way. There were just a couple hooking up next to the protagonist, you're right.
I've done nothing wrong!
Next to an execution.
Try to deny it! You trample the law for the fun of it!
Let it be known, for misuse of an igniter, you will hang by the neck until dead!
Yeah!
There's no way that crowd was going to listen to anything a Paribus said.
Such a shame. Might you spare some coin? Bless you. Oh,
careful!
Hurry!
Damn, pulling him by the ear.
Don't you have any street smarts? Come on, kid! Look, we're not tourists here. We gotta stay focused.
Right.
Noticed back on the wagon? You might be the only elder here, in the whole city even.
Probably. We might be screwed.
Capital's incredible. Just look at all the different tribes. You never see this kind of diversity out in the countryside.
Oh,
Not that
nice.
It's very balanced. I see more Clamars and Roussants than anyone else. Which means a dopey Elda kid's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Try to keep your head down, okay?
Hey, did you hear what they're saying about His Majesty? They say it wasn't illness at all. I heard it was foul play, assassination.
Shh, careful who hears you say that.
But it's just like the prince, isn't it? They say he was attacked in the dead of night. A war of succession is coming, I tell you.
Sounds like monsters have been prowling the countryside. They're sending the guard out to deal with them. The army's really gone to hell. It's a far cry from when we had Count Luis at the helm, I'll tell you that much.
I think those are supposed to be like potions or bottles they're holding. The first time I played this, I thought they were fucking vaping. See? It looks like they are. Just no smoke. Sorry, we'll move on.
I'd like to see how the nation can come back from this.
We'd not have to ask if the prince was still alive.
The king dead, his son stricken. Are there none left to bear the weight of the crown?
We've done all in our power, but not even the kingdom's best, the saint, could purify this affliction.
Over 10 years he has languished under this curse. How much longer can his body hold out? No doubt His Highness would protest. But since he cannot, we have no choice. For the man who cursed His Highness and murdered our king, there can be no mercy. I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
Alright, well, now we know the mission.
Hey, are you listening?
Sorry, what's that?
I guess I can't blame you for feeling nostalgic. You and the prince were pretty close. Anyway, getting to the capital was only the beginning. Now comes the real high-stakes part. You gotta go get enlisted, so you can meet up with our operative. Remember, nobody here knows who we are. Nobody here knows the prince might still have a claim to the throne. That means if we get busted, that's it. Nobody's gonna save us. Step 1. Let's figure out where the recruitment center is. Shouldn't be too hard, considering the need for soldiers. So?
Do you know where we're going? Feel free to admit when you're lost and ask me for advice. Pressing the right bump trigger will open the local map. If you're unsure what to do, press the top button. Gallica always has good ideas, or so she thinks. Press up on the D-pad in safe areas like town to save your progress.
Whatever will I do?
Like that. Just, I'm always paranoid. I always like saving a lot. So, where should we go, Gallica?
Let's go see.
I don't have time for detours right now. If you're lost, check your map. Just go straight down the main street and you should find a recruitment center. I mean, I guess... Oh shit, I'm still running. I guess that's good advice. So, if you ever see somebody with a period box above their head, you can talk to them for interesting information. May I ask you to step away from the accumulator that goes double for one of your tribe? Accumulator? Looks like you don't know anything. How pathetic.
What do you think you're playing at?
Got no business here, then be gone. You're getting in the way of my work. Get away from the accumulator.
That's terribly.
Fucking dick. Oh, gossipy nobles.
What is there to do now?
That was no ordinary animal. There are traces of something gargantuan. So many rumors concerning monsters in the wasteland. That's all you hear about these days.
Not.
True, but I'd read about them in Julian's books. It claims there aren't any near the royal capital yet.
That's terribly unfair.
So monsters are rising up. King's dead. How interesting.
What's going on?
Here we are, granted. Blankly. I don't have good thing to say for how parapets are treated here. We know, we don't need you telling us. We got attacked by a monster in our hometown. We had no choice but to come here. Regardless of how we're treated here, we gotta make it work.
What's going on?
Sorry for the shit accents.
Oh my.
I'm so bad at any kind of European accent. Elda, you walk all the way here. Don't tell me you're into some trouble, huh? Oh, hold on, probably kicked out of the carriage, were you? My sympathies. That's being an elder for you, I suppose. Traversing wasteland by foot. Ah, must be tribal prejudice. So, I'm pretty sure most of you can tell already, there is heavy tribal prejudice here. Until a few years ago, Gauntlet Runner used to park here in this carriage parking area. Looking at them was the only thing I look forward to, but nowadays there's a ban on them or something. Looking at a runner was the only thing I look forward to. So, I'll explain most of the races over time. But for right now, all you need to know, we are Elden, we are the bottom, and I do mean bottom of the food chain regarding the tribes. Ooh, you look shady. What's up, lady? Nothing to say. Okay.
Damn.
And here's someone dressed like a warrior.
So you?
And Elda, what are you doing in these parts? Oh, not trying to be rude, just Mind yourself. The city ain't the friendliest to us. Infidious. Does that bother you? I'm fine. Whether it's tribe or not, I can knock those fools 6 ways to idle state. And we'll explain that later as well.
Simply amazing.
Last one, and we'll continue on. Look over there, you can see the royal palace. No, wait, that's not right. There's a grand cathedral, at least I assume so, since it's off the main street.
And what is it?
Seems to me, sanctism is a really privileged thing around here. Is a really privileged thing around here. Even more so than a monarchy. Monarchy. Damn it! You tell I'm American, I don't even know how to pronounce monarchy.
Look at that. The new model's out now. I could be out there slinging spells like a master if I had one of those.
I guess that's the big city for you. Everyone and their mother has a magic igniter. So many different types, too.
So, what's a magic igniter?
What's a magic igniter?
See, there's a couple in the window. Like an instrument plays a tune, an igniter casts magic. Pretty hard to come by out in the countryside. Can't imagine what it's like having to wave around some shiny stick to use magic. Me?
I know,
I
right?
can whip out magic anytime I like. And I can even see the magla in the air. Though, I'm not exactly an archmage.
Wonders never cease. A fairy and an elden child. Are you new to our fair city?
This is why I told you to stay in the bag.
Well, I suggest you keep a low profile. Trust me when I say you don't want to catch the eyes of the lords and ladies. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I run this humble shop. Are you in the market for an igniter? Here's something that might catch a foreigner's eye. This is modeled after the royal scepter and would make the perfect souvenir.
Ooh. Wait, what's a royal scepter?
The royal scepter?
You've really never heard of it. Wow. Where do I even start?
Yeah, I don't know
A
much.
symbol and instrument of the crown's sovereignty. Passed down through generations. If you believe the legends, it houses incredible magic. World-shattering power. More practically, you might call it the world's most potent magic igniter.
Sounds
And
interesting.
in the king's hands, it was enough of a deterrent to stave off invasion.
But, yeah.
With no living heir either.
Tragic, isn't it? Kingly magic is of little use without a king. You picked a bad time to
I wouldn't
visit
say
home.
that.
I don't know why you're here, but there's trouble brewing.
Thanks for the advice.
I'll keep that in mind.
A word of caution then. Your survival is your own responsibility.
Well, she is mean.
That was unnecessarily ominous. She has a point, though. We'll need to be careful. Anyway, we don't have time to hang around chatting with the locals. We've got a recruitment office to find.
Yeah, she is right. Let's hurry this up. So for this playthrough, I will be talking to a good chunk of the NPCs. Mainly on days where we're free. Like we're just chilling around, improving stats, hanging out with people, because like, I don't want the episode to be 5 minutes long, you know what I mean? I was hoping we blend in with the crowd and no one would notice that you're an Elda. But the people here have sharper eyes than I thought. You don't want to draw attention, but hiding your tribe is only going to make it worse. People may assault you, but do your best to stand tall. Easier said than done, I'm sure, but it's for the sake of the mission. And on that note, the recruitment center we're looking for should be just up ahead. Forden's old and Luis is stronger, so with the death of His Majesty, the royal bloodline's completely. Seems the royal funeral will be held here in the Grand Cathedral. We can hear a ton of rumors just walking around. But if you come over here, this is where the recruitment center's at.
That must be the recruitment center. I'll let you take
Ding,
it from
ding,
here.
ding.
It should be pretty straightforward. Oh, and if they start asking questions, just be as honest as you can. Lying will only make us more suspicious. So long as you don't compromise the mission, you're fine.
Can you hide in the bag? I might need more support for this.
Good luck in there. Knock 'em dead.
Thanks. Alright, let's see how good our acting skills are.
Okay, you got this.
Oh boy.
A blue blood, are you? The army's no place for velvet-swaddled lordlings. Why are you here? Perhaps your noble family collapsed under its own weight. Is that it?
Lineage seems a strange measure for a soldier's worth. I'm looking to enlist. Is that enough for you or not?
An uppity one, aren't you? Fine, lordling. Welcome to the Guard, where it'll be your privilege to die screaming and bloody in service of your country. But mark my words, war will turn your arrogance to piss. When your corpse is plucked from the mud, do try to look patriotic.
Rousing words, Captain. You think threats will buy loyalty? No wonder nobody respects the Guard anymore.
Ooh, I like this
hear
guy.
now. So, perhaps the kingdom isn't a lost cause.
Hell yeah!
Insolent pup. You will learn your place.
I think you need to quiet down.
The healers have enough on their plates already.
Be gone, and be thankful you're still in one piece. All right, next. Hurry it up.
Nah, shit, I think it's me.
An elder? I thought your kind was long gone.
Oh shit, I didn't even notice. Gallica's actually right behind him, next to the bag.
Age 18. An orphan, too. The army can always use more of those.
Ha ha.
So, what brings you to enlist?
I want to fight for change, I need the money, I'm just so bored. Well, Gallica told us to be honest. I want to fight for change.
For real change.
Lofty words for a gutter rat with an empty coin purse, no? So, what
I have some money.
to our beloved corps? Any skills to speak of?
Now this is pretty, well, not super important. This will determine your starting stats for NC over here. Of these 5 options, it's pretty obvious what they grant. I'm stronger than luck, more strength. I got a sharp mind, more magic. I'll take a lot of punishment, endurance, agility, and luck. But if you want to know specifics, I'm stronger than luck. This will grant you 7 strength, 3 magic, 5 endurance, 5 agility, and 5 luck. Pretty good starting out if you want to focus more on normal attacks and physical type skills. I've got a sharp mind. This will provide you 3 strength, 7 magic, 5 endurance, 5 agility, and 5 luck. Good for anyone who wants to turn MC over here into mainly a magic focused build. Magic can be pretty underwhelming, however for MC, it can be a really good route if you know what you're doing. I can take a lot of punishment. This will give you 5 strength, 5 magic, 7 endurance, 3 agility, and 5 luck. Good for anybody who wants to make a tank out of the MC for if they just wanted to. I'm small, but I'm quick. This will grant DMC 5 strength, 5 magic, 3 endurance, 7 agility, and 5 luck. Honestly, in my opinion, I think dodging is more effective than just tanking damage in this game when you get to like uber late game with super strong bosses. So it could be a pretty good choice if you just want to focus on agility starting out, but at the same time, you won't be dodging very often, so keep making sure your endurance is at least semi-keeping up. And finally, I've always been lucky. This is an interesting one. It drops strength, magic, endurance, and agility down to 4, but you start out with 9 luck. Honestly, I've always been lucky.
I've always been pretty lucky.
So I choose this one. If you're a newbie and you don't really know what build you want to go for yet, I recommend just going for I've always been lucky. It'll give you normal stats across the board for all 4 stats and a high luck, which in this game is honestly pretty damn good. Gives you a higher rate of crits, and a lot more drops from enemies.
Your skills, boy.
Luck is a skill. Just gotta know how to use
Make
it.
your mark or sign your name if you're actually literate.
Haha. Well, unlike most peasants, I am. Now, another interesting topic is the MC's name. I know, wow, what an interesting topic. Seriously, hear me out. In most Atlus's games, they only have 1 to 2 names for their main protagonists, and usually since it's set in Japan, they just always go back to the default name since it's Japanese. However, they chose a weird route here. In many different languages, they chose different names. So we'll start with the English. English, the MC's name is Will. Short for William, but mainly just Will. And from there we have Germany, Wilhelm, which could be seen as a variation of William. Or from there, and for Spanish and Italian, his name is Victor. In French, he's Eric. In Portuguese, he's Pedro. And in Japan, fun fact, in the demo and in pre-release showcase, he was named Rene. But now it's Will there in Japan as well. And finally, in Russia, he's named Alexandar. Now, I really like all the meanings of his names, because they all just are relevant to the story. Like Will, strong-willed, resolute protector. Victor, victorious, conquer, winner. Wilhelm, resolute protector. Eric is actually eternally ever powerful, eternal ruler. Renee, that one's because it's Japanese, it has so many meanings. Pedro, funnily enough, means rock and stone, which could be seen as, oh, he's very firm, like a firm will. But the one that stuck out to me most, and the name I want to go for in this playthrough, is Alexandar. His Russian name, and it means to be the protector of the people. I'm double checking I spelled that correctly. Yep. It is with an A at the end. Alexandar.
You know your letters, do you? We'll get some use out of you yet. All right, lad. Welcome to the Guard.
Yes!
I'm sure you heard about the monster sightings, so stay sharp out there. We're short-handed as it is, so be a good lad and try not to get killed on your first deployment. You can pick up your kit at reception. Standard issue guardsman armor and igniter. Kingdom property. So if you break it, it's coming out of your commission. On your way now. Up to. Next.
How generous. What a long line. Guess we got no choice but to wait our turn. Hey, good job standing up for yourself back there. You listen as well. The line starts behind me if so, or what is something you need? Are you really a noble? I take you over. I can't do his accent for the life of me. I take you overheard my interview. Yes, guilty of charge. I am a noble, but just a countryside son of a lord. My family is of no real consequence. Well, let's just say I have my own circumstances. I'm volunteering to fight in order to protect the kingdom, foolish or not. I have my reasons. I respect it. Hey, what's up? Blast it! I came to a list because I heard you can make a quick read here, but they really make you work alongside creepy Elder? A parapet I can deal with, but Elder are right ominous. Where'd you hear that? God's own scripture, that's where. Guess you can't expect an Elder to know shite. Let him say what he wants. Finding someone like him would just be a waste of energy. These lowlights aren't guards. Okay. You okay, man? They say tribe don't matter in the army, but they'll probably put me to work as a meat shield. Not that I can find better work. Especially because serve Count Luis, his army is built on merit. So even a parapet stands a chance. Oh, look at that badass. Oh, it's a bounty. 100,000 reeve. Reeve's the currency of the game we'll talk about later. Look at that. Sure are a lot of wanted posters. There's no time for gawking. We have to get in line. Do you think I can make it up there one day? Maybe I should be a pirate. Funnily enough, I No, I don't think there are pirates in this game. I could be the first! Sorry.
Whatever.
You're so young. Are you enlisting too? Oh, not much choice if you don't have money or a job. Really makes the world go round, as it were. You want a magic igniter? Join the queue. Kind's only gonna get you chewed out.
Let's hurry.
Oh, that wasn't so much trouble now, was it? We better get in line, though, or they'll start to suspect something. Oh. Oops. June 2nd, evening.
I heard they get sightings.
What? Of those huge monsters? You think that's why we're low on soldiers? Wish they'd have told us that. What did they call them? Something like, human...
Next! Another Clamar. Wait, no. You don't look like the others. Surely not. An elder?
Yeah.
It's the first of your kind I've seen.
Are you gonna be nice?
Move it. There's a priority around here.
Nah, you wait your turn.
Squires and children with igniters now. Waste of good gear.
Squire?
Better off in my hands. Give it here.
Hell no.
Brute force. Crude insults. The world is yours for the taking.
Care to say that again, boy?
We all have our reasons to enlist. Now get back in line.
Oh, another high and mighty Clamar, is it? You think your pretty words will measure up to pure Roussant strength?
Oh, forget the tribes. This is a matter of pride. Now, you owe us both an apology.
Come on, no fighting in the ranks.
Sorry for making a scene. You all right?
I was terrified. No, thanks, man.
Thanks. You didn't have to do that.
Just felt like stepping in. Don't worry about it. Well, see you around. Try not to die out there.
Don't make my job any harder, please.
Hey, it wasn't my fault.
Your igniter.
Thanks. A sender igniter.
These days, most come with their own magna crystals. So with practice, anyone can use magic. To an extent, anyway. It's not the sort of thing you can master in a day. For now, newbies like you best focus on surviving.
Cool. The thing around his neck is apparently a magic igniter. The captain I spoke with earlier had one too. They must take on different forms like I saw on the main street.
And take this too. Protect it with your life.
A Royal Capital Vicinity map. I'm gonna be honest. This is the best thing he gives you. You are using this the entire game. It's awesome.
Wow, that's a real map. It's dangerous to even chart the wilds, but this is full of details. Only the military could pull this together.
I like how they just included random clouds. This is definitely an artist's doing.
Listen up, striplings.
Excuse me?
My name is Captain Klinger.
Who
At
asked?
this moment, you miserable lot are under my command. I'm sure you've all heard about our forces being tied up with the funeral proceedings for His Majesty. But if you think you're on cushy security detail, think again. First, you will be deployed to a fortress at the northern border, where you will be trained into true guards. Our veterans there will teach you the one thing you need to master if you're to survive. Pain.
Perfect.
I mean, I know how
That's
inflicted.
exactly where our contacts hold up.
Enjoy tonight's sleep, because it's the last full night's rest you'll get. Dismissed!
Aye, aye, Captain.
Look at all the other recruits. They really are desperate for new blood. Oh, right. I know you don't know what our contact looks like yet, but he'll know you by your sword. He'll also know right away why we've come. And don't worry, I'll recognize him.
Sorry, I guess. By sword. I mean, if this like a uniquely made sword, then it makes sense. And also, I don't know why, this is like such a nice theme to have for like a cushy night setting. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm literally thinking I might just read something with this in the background later. before I go to bed.
Well,
Sorry, we'll continue.
the charming captain is probably right. We should get some rest before tomorrow.
Alright.
Hey. You awake?
Morning already?
Is it morning already?
I can't sleep
Does it
either.
look like morning?
The candle's so bright, it literally looks like it's morning to me.
Have a lot on my mind. Can't seem to fall asleep. I'd heard about what it was like in the capital, but still. When you hear and see all this prejudice out in the open, it's a lot. You okay?
It's just how it is.
That's just how it is.
Well, I don't think that should be how it is. Some people are even saying it's the lesser tribe's fault that the monsters are showing up at all. These are the same kind of people who burned down your village, remember?
I'd rather not think about it.
I'd rather not think about it.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. I'll drop it. The prince was kind to take you in. He cared more about who you were than what you were. I can see why you'd want to repay him. Oh, speaking of, he's the one who gave you that book, right? Can I see it?
What book?
What book?
Oh, I don't know. The one lying right there that you're always carrying around? Good thing those bandits weren't much for reading, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Thanks. It's what you call a fantasy story, right? So it's a fantasy world made up by the author. The prince loved those kinds of stories. Okay, let's see.
So do I. They're nice.
Says the young traveler
Oh.
was amazed by the world he saw.
That's interesting. I'm always hit or miss with fantasy, personally. But if it's a good fantasy, it's a good-ass fantasy. Sorry. Go ahead,
In
Gallica.
this world, there is only one tribe. All people accept each other, and no soul is born into discrimination. Wow. So not even any fairies? I guess less differences means less to argue over. In such a world, there is no need for sorcery. A megapolis is built through learning and labor. Towers of glass that reach the heavens. Safe nights with no dark shadows. Busy streets well traveled. And in the laws of these emotionally satisfied people, it reads, all lives are equal. Whoa. I see. No magic, no tribal conflict, and equality for all? It really does sound like a fantasy. But it's strange to feel envious of a fictional world.
It seems familiar, though.
Hey, are you asleep already?
I mean,
You know how hard it is for me to turn these pages on my own?
it seems familiar, but very, I would say, romanticized.
Well, guess I'll just read more later.
Yep. And with that, I have to say goodnight to you, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, we'll continue bright and early and travel toward the fortress, I believe.
Night.
And yeah, good night, Gallica. Good night, ladies and gents.